Yes, I did drop it.
For a long time, I thought it was just a mystery that I was the only girl with girl germs in grade 5. My stepmother and her kids entered my life that year, and they didn't know any sort of backstory to explain it, so they figured the only explanation was what they could see in the moment. I didn't shower very often, my hair was a mess, and I had no idea what cool even meant. Somebody has to be the one girl with girl germs, and surely that was more than enough to explain it. For a long time, my stepfamily's story of my life became my own story of my life. I had girl germs when they met me because I was a stinky, disgusting kid. I forgot all about Kelly. I forgot all about the game. But that was then and this is now, so let's remember this properly. Let's go back to grade 3. In grade 3, all of the girls had girl germs. If a girl was walking down the hall, minding her own business or talking to a friend, and she happened to pass within 2 or 3 feet of a boy, he would shriek, "Girl germs!" while jumping out of the way. Other boys might join in, yelling, "Ooh, Carol is trying to give Danny girl germs!" Or, "Oh my God, Danny's got girl germs! Everyone stay away from him!" Some girls would get frustrated to the point of tears when this happened. Some would just hold their heads high and ignore it, doubtless following parental advice. Kelly and I each discovered independently that this was a game we could play too. When boys shrieked and jumped back, we would lunge towards them, stretching out our arms and fingers as far as possible, trying to tag them for real. Sometimes we would chase a boy down the hall full speed, forcing him to show up to his next class early just so he could duck into a safe space. I even visited the principal's office once or twice for chasing boys, which mystified everyone because they thought I was a shy, studious kid. It wasn't long before Kelly and I joined forces. We began chasing boys together, and pretty soon we were chasing boys throughout the entire 30-minute recess almost every day. We'd chase them right up onto the climbing dome, leaping on and off the metal bars without a second thought, because we were invulnerable and only the game mattered. We'd chase them all around the soccer field in huge spiraling patterns. Occasionally we even chased them into the mysterious upper yard where the older grades had their recess. We didn't succeed in tagging them all that often, but that just made it that much more exciting when we did. Most of the time we'd see a cluster of boys and move towards them, gradually walking faster and faster. When they saw us, they scattered. And like fools, Kelly and I almost always took off after the fastest 2 boys. And those boys would split up. So we would too. And then once in a while, though, we would team up and chase one boy, cornering him like a 2-girl wolf pack. There was sure to be a tagging when we worked together, and those were the best days. Hell, maybe the best days ever. But then grade 4 came along. Somehow, I had never realized that when I moved into grade 4, Kelly would move into grade 5, and all her classes would be in a different wing of the school. Her recess took place in the mysterious upper yard, and it was at a different time of day. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was that I did see her once in a while, and yet I could not get her to chase boys with me. Once in a while, she'd go through the motions, but it was clearly half-hearted, as if she couldn't even run anymore. She would jog after a boy and laugh when he got too far out of range. A few times I tried to race after him and catch her quarry for her, even knowing that it made no sense at all. We were only 6 weeks or so into the school year when Kelly sat me down to explain that she couldn't play anymore because she was starting to like boys. She couldn't afford to be associated with girl germs anymore. I made a big, stirring speech about loyalty, about my faith in her and in the game. I argued that she would never find the same kind of thrills. She'd just have a boring old recess like all the others. I argued that the right boy would enjoy being chased and eventually let himself be caught. And then, running out of ideas, I said the one thing that I just knew I shouldn't. I said, "But you can't stop, Kelly. You're so beautiful when you run." The look on Kelly's face told me right away that my instinct was right. I should never have gone there, and the conversation was over. "You're young," said Kelly from the great wisdom of her 10 years. "Of course you don't understand." And that was it. I chased boys on my own for a couple months more, but it seemed like I could run my little heart out and still never tag any of them. Sometimes, if I saw Kelly and waved to her, she would wave back, but we never spoke again, and she didn't even always wave. So there I was in grade 5 with my legacy girl germs. At the time, I knew full well that I was the only girl with girl germs because I had damn well earned them. I didn't chase boys all over the yard anymore, but I still lunged at them once in a while. And I got a little thrill from it when they jumped back. I still felt like my dedication to the cause made me a better person than Kelly. And I still felt deeply sad that I had turned out to be the better person when I should have still had Kelly to look up to. She never should have quit the game. She never should have quit waving at me either. But most importantly, she never should have quit the game.